Check 1 2, check 1 2. This is a sound check. Check 1 2, check 1 2. This is a check from the sound deck.
Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarriorTV on YouTube. I am the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Ascendance, Threads of Aetherius. This is story number 5 in a series of tales known as the Lorkhon Saga, a multi-part story encompassing the interwoven tales of many characters that began back in 2015. If you're not sure where to start, you have several options. If you'd like to watch the series from the beginning, you are a very brave soul. You can go to Lorkhon.charactercrusade.com for the definitive series viewer's guide. This handy guide will help you find all the stories that are part of the saga in the correct viewing order. If you're new to the story but would like to catch up quickly, there is a solution for you too. Check out the full Lorkhon recap called Lorkhon Saga in a Nutshell. You can find it at lorkhonrecap.charactercrusade.com. If you love Skyrim and are also a fan of meaningful roleplay, consider checking out the amazing Character Crusade community at discord.charactercrusade.com. The music you hear in this series is generously provided by Cryo Chamber and Cyclic Law. All ad revenue from this story goes to the artists and their amazing recording labels. If you like what you hear, check out the playlist, ascendancemusic.charactercrusade.com. Finally, thank you much for checking out my channel and this story. If you'd like to support CouchWarriorTV, consider Patreon. Go to patreon.charactercrusade.com and pledge your support. Donations in any amount help to keep the story rolling. You can find all of the mentioned links in the description below. It is an honor and a privilege to be your storyteller. Thank you for taking the journey with me. Let the story begin.
What do you say you stay here? I waited until the following day to go to Dragon's Reach. I did not expect to be able to talk to the Jarl directly, but I thought perhaps I could talk to his steward, or, I don't know, interrogate a servant at the very least. Someone here must have heard of my uncle Marlevor. I have to admit I was getting concerned. The trail was very cold. All right, guys, do we have some crackling here, or what's going on? Do we actually have crackling in the audio? I just need to confirm if my voice is clear or there's crackling. The surest way to stop the story is to say you hear crackling. Okay? So... all right, cool. All right, let's continue. Crackle, yes? Yes, there's crackle. All right. Okay. Any crackling now? I'm actually going to go out somewhere where there's more game audio. I see one gone. I see two gone. Three gone, four gone. Strudel, an excellent is not the norm we're establishing here. I need a gone, please. Gotta get 7 gone, 8 gone. Hey, I hear 9. There's a 9. And when got a 10. Give me a 10. Give me a 10. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. Gone. All right. Thank you. Now that my mojo's completely busted, I guess I'll regroup. All right, in we go.
Proventus, you must help me. We need to convince my brother to do more for the war effort.
What would you have me do, Hrongar? Your brother is the Jarl. You know I can't question his judgment.
I'm not asking you to defy the Jarl, just to open his eyes. Use subtlety and suggestion to turn his thoughts to the war. You're his steward. He'll listen to you.
Leave me out of your intrigues, Hrongar. If you have something to say to the Jarl, say it with your own tongue.
That is the steward.
Balgor,
Proventus.
did you slip out again last night for a drink at the
How
Bannock
fortuitous.
Heard about that, did you? Yes, I went out for a pint or two. What of it?
Mare? These secret visits to the tavern will make you an easy target for an enemy assassin. You should
All
have told me
right.
so.
Damn it, woman, I'm the Jarl of Whiterun.
We are going to
Apologize. Oh, my people.
do some enchanting.
Every moment of the day.
That
Let's
might be
see.
so, but it will never stop me from trying.
All right. You saw what happened there too, right? Okay. I am going to fix some things. I am not yet annoyed. I am rapidly getting there, however. Okay. Castian. We need... one of these guys. All right, we've got some things that we can sell also. However, I don't think that... It might be sort of interesting to try to sell things right now, because it is the New Life Festival going on, so people are not necessarily in their shops at the moment. So there may be some people that we can track down. But we'll see. Definitely, I need to track down Farengar, for sure. Now we've identified who Preventus is. So we are going to run back into town, see if we can track down Farengar. Because I think he parties. Farengar. He parties. But we're going to buy a couple soul gems, and we are going to enchant some of our gear to try to make up for a bit of the magicka regen that we're losing because of our anti-mage capabilities. Every time we increase our anti-mage capabilities, it hurts our magicka regen. So we're going to see if we can compensate for that just a little bit. But, for example, these stores here are closed because of the festival. And we can't buy anything there, sell anything. But I think Farengar will actually sell his stuff.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone else.
It's definitely a party here. I'm not feeling much of a party mood, actually. Everyone's sporting headbands. How nice. Farengar is not here. Interesting. Well, we will catch up with him later. For now, we've identified who the steward is. We're going to talk to him, see what we can find out about our uncle. There he is, right there.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
No, but that is an enormous sweet roll. Are you planning to eat the entire thing?
Take a look.
Ah, a grand soul gem. We can afford that. I'll take it.
Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
Yes, don't drink yours into oblivion.
Spare coin for a poor beggar. For we are one. Ere you ascended, and the 8 became 9, you walked among us, great Talos.
How are you faring, my little friend? All good?
As man,
Yes. Yes, it is an interesting place, isn't it? Don't eat the fish.
Where my bread is long winter.
I'm thinking at least one piece of gear enchanted would help us considerably. Especially given how many necromancers we've encountered to point. I think that would be good. Ah, there he is right there. Perhaps we should go talk to him while we can.
I'm so angry I can hardly stand it. Father promised me a new dress days ago. Now where is it?
It takes a while to make a dress, Dagny. You have to be patient.
But I don't want to be patient. I want my dress right now. Father promised.
All you ever do is complain about what you want. You're a spoiled baby.
I'm going to tell Father you said that. He'll tan your hide for sure.
My lord, our provisions are running dangerously low. Our stores of
I
meat,
can wait.
wine, and grain are all but depleted.
Purchase more supplies, then. That's your job as steward, isn't it? Why do you trouble me with these details?
My lord, since Ulfric's Stormcloak's uprising, the cost of goods has doubled. I'll need more coin if I'm to provision us properly.
Our coffers are nearly empty. I can scarcely afford to pay the guards, and we need every one of them in these troubled times. You'll have to make do with what we have, Proventus.
Yes, my lord.
After waiting my turn, I was able to finally talk to this Proventus character. Frankly, I didn't learn much. He did know who my uncle was. In fact, he had contracted with my uncle to teach the kids. But he was only in their employ for a couple of days, and then vanished. He said he was going off on some kind of expedition, loaded up his wagon, was never seen again. All in all, it was not exactly fruitful, but it was a sighting nonetheless. My next course of action is to head down to the stables and ask a few questions, see if I can find out what direction he was going when he left town, and perhaps if anyone overheard him talking about anything at all. My uncle does talk, doesn't he? Okay, we are going to enchant some things. We are going to enchant one item, this coat, and upon this coat we are going to place magic regen, and we are going to use this soul gem which we just purchased. However, before we do that, we are going to check our inventory to see if we have anything that will help us. And look at that. We do. Consumed. Let's see how we can do. The coat. The regen. The soul gem. Good. That will help. Definitely. Let's see how we made out. I didn't bother watching while I did. 27%. Okay. That's good. That's good. I mean, we're down way more than 27%, but that will help. I wonder if it would be possible to pinch some food while I'm here. They don't seem to mind me wandering around. Why not look? And this woman here. Something seems fishy with her. Yes, something is. Horse meat. Delicious. Sweet rolls. enormous ones. That. How about some bread? What was that? Hold up. What is this? Gods. I feel a weight on my chest. What is this? Can't see anything through the keyhole. Maybe it was my imagination. It's not. There is something of power here, and it's a familiar power. I can smell it. I can't shake it. There are very few temples to the Spider Queen. However, I've been to a few. Never have I felt her presence stronger than in that closet. I shall make a note of that. Perhaps when I have more time. If I have more time. Frankly, my time is running short. The longer I spend looking for my uncle, the more likely I am to get my throat cut by the Morag Tong before finding him. I must get serious. All right, friend. We are continuing on. Let's go.
Yes.
All right.
We are but maggots, writhing in the filth of our own corruption, while you have ascended.
All right, my friend, we're going to the stables. Are you ready? I'm going to ask a few questions. I ended up talking to a stable hand. He had the countenance of a horse, and he was not very smart, but he did know that Marlevor kept his cart here. He loaded up the infernal battle wagon and headed off towards Riverwood. He was accompanied by an old man with a patch over one eye. That's all he could tell me. Unfortunately, All of this happened 2 years ago. 2 years? My uncle has been missing for 2 years? Who's this? Bandits everywhere. This province is a mess, clearly. I'm not sure who else to ask. I suppose we'll stop in Riverwood and we'll ask there. What I really need to do is get my little friend closer. If I can do that, perhaps he can sniff him out. He seems to have a nose for this. I don't know what their connection is, but it seems significant. Post haste. You don't happen to remember my uncle ever using the postal service, do you? Hello there. Listen, I have a few questions. Do you have a moment? My uncle. I'm looking for my uncle. His name is Marlavor Keenlet. He was around here perhaps a couple of years ago, working out of Dragon's Reach for a very brief period. Perhaps you delivered some packages for him or something.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Gotta go.
I'll take that as a no. This is not helpful at all. What is this? Harvest's End Flyer? Harvest's End, 27th last seed. The year has turned its circle. The seasons come and go. The harvest is all gathered in. The chilly north winds blow. Taverns will be busy throughout the day, but free food and drinks will be available for all outside. Are you kidding me? It's an advertisement. Come on. To Riverwood it is. Crabs are rather large here. Oh shit. The giants are large too. Right, my friend, we're passing to the left. How about you... Well, my left. How about you hug your left? We'll stay out of each other's business. Ah, yes, I have my eye on you as well. Okay. It's incredible how close they get to the city. All right. So he sets out on a weekend expedition. He tells everyone he's going. He loads up his infernal adventure wagon and he takes a strange man with him.
Where would he be going? Where could he possibly go in the space of one weekend and actually do any significant research? Come on, friend. I'm getting soaked. I entered Riverwood around the end of the day. It was pouring rain. It's a typical small town. It had the obligatory inn, had a well-appointed blacksmith. However, none of these were of interest to me. Where is the place most likely for my uncle to go? Perhaps supplies.
Well, one of us has to do something. Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
Did I interrupt something? Listen, are you doing business?
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
Your pig-headed brother. Where is he? Can't talk sense into him if he's gone. I talked to a woman named Camilla at the general store. She remembered seeing my uncle. Strange. Everyone remembers my uncle, even 2 years on. Apparently he'd come through with his giant wagon and his companion. It stands to reason that people would remember my uncle after all. He is an extremely arrogant and aloof man with a distinctive speech pattern that's hard to mistake for anyone else.
Are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
I spoke to the innkeeper at the Sleeping Giant Inn.
Give me a mug of ale.
Coming right up.
He was rather cagey, but he did mention seeing the wagon. Although my uncle seemed in a hurry, he did not stay the night. He passed through with a bit of gear and that's it. Seems unlike him, honestly.
Greetings, Gore.
You're that visitor been poking around.
This is an ode to Skyrim's...
Yes, I've been poking around. Have you seen my uncle? He would have come through here a couple years ago. Man with a lisp, Telvanni robes, unmistakable. No? All right, how about a room?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Good enough.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not.
He did not.
Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
Is this it? Sure. Where's my little friend? She's just dancing by the door. I like it.
This land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean.
This province is
of the
full of
swords
idiots.
that has sullied our hopes
I'm looking
and
forward to
our
getting out of here.
dreams.
What I must do is kill my uncle as quickly as possible, make a run for it. However, things are not looking good right now. He's nowhere to be found, and the clock is ticking. How was your evening? Are your legs sore from all the dancing? Bread, butter. Oh, I have spider meat. Excellent. Cheese. Come on. When does this party end? When does anyone get back to work? Really?
Oh, did you need something?
Yes?
Interesting. Stray wheel laying in the street. All right, we're setting out early to track him down. Let's think this through. He leaves for us a weekend excursion, presumably to do research. He's accompanied by a man I don't know, in a wagon laden with gear. There's only so far he can go and hope to get back in 2 days' time to fulfill his teaching duties. Unless he never intended to come back. Let's work under the assumption that he did intend to come back. The last thing we know of him is that he passed straight through Riverwood, coming out this end of town. We have a road with no forks as of yet, and a river on one side, which means if he were going to go up into the bush, there's only one direction he can go. I'm assuming with a wagon of that size, he wouldn't do that. So what happened? Did he become waylaid? So the plan of attack will be that I will follow this road as long as I can, as long as what is reasonable for the wagon to go out and return, understanding that, of course, somewhere in there he had to spend a significant amount of time, or was planning to, doing research of some sort. So what do you think? Say half a day out, a full day of research, half a day back, something like that? It had to be someplace close, right? What's this? No threat.
Close enough.
That's a cart. Although it doesn't appear to be horse-drawn. Is this your cart? Antagonistic. What do you think?
Yes, master.
You know I'm not your master, right? We are traveling companions. Come, my friend. No stone left unturned. Let's have a look, shall we? Eek. Now I know what would it be like to wear a reekling mask?
You worried someone will wander in here? The entrance isn't exactly hidden, is it?
So this again? I told you, we have someone standing
Oh,
guard out
bandits.
there. Don't forget the rock trap. So,
There's a
stop
lot
your
of them.
worrying and get some rest. You should suppose.
Thought I heard something.
Just finish this! Beg for your Can't wait to count out your coin.
It'd be so much easier to dead.
I'm gonna put you down. I'll rip your heart out. You start running so I can stab you in the back.
This has gotten bad. Choke point. Come on. Good show, little man. That got dicey. There were a lot of them. I suspect if my uncle came down here, he would have been toast. Whoever that guy was that he was with. I'm assuming some sort of paid protection, perhaps? There are carts galore here. I'm assuming you're not catching any scent. This is obviously not the type of cart we're looking for. However, we started this. Let's finish it.
Over here.
Your kind has no place here! Weren't expecting that, were you?
I like your technique, sir. It's quite good. You make a man consider switching to the spear. All right. I think we should exercise more caution here. I've been a bit reckless. All right, there is someone over here. Hang on.
Huh? That's the best you can do? No!
Okay, God of life and death. Sure, I'll read it. You don't wish to keep anything? I was made to understand Reeklings were big proponents of keeping things, especially shiny things. Are you ready? They're coming.
You'll be so much easier to rob when you're dead.
Count out your coin.
You can't hide from me. There you are.
Your kind has no.
I'll kill you if I have to.
All right. That was a bit frenetic. Exhilarating, of course. Obviously, my uncle came nowhere near this place, but he must have passed it at some point, yes? I mean, that seems reasonable. Perhaps we can quickly scavenge some things that would be useful. Aha. Like coins. There's a steel bowl in there if you'd like it. I'm leaving you all the good stuff, by the way. Well, I think we've done it. All right, let's go out the way we came. Must continue up the road while we still have daylight. Certainly makes the looking easier. Could he have been captured? No, of course not. Captured? If he had been captured, he would have killed these people with annoyance. It's hard to imagine a more annoying prisoner than my uncle. All right, we continue. All right. Are you okay, friend? All right, I'm counting on your nose to find my uncle. Let's not get it cut off. This is a busy road. Broad daylight, no less. I don't like to brag, but individually, I feel like I could take any one of them in single combat. It's the getting surrounded and overwhelmed that scares me. Strange to think this is the very road my uncle would have come up. Right. I think we're still within range of Whiterun on a weekend excursion with a heavy wagon, don't you? And here it is. The proverbial fork in the road. Let's see. Well, we can eliminate Whiterun. Iverstad, we can eliminate Iverstad. It wouldn't make sense if you were going there to go by this route. It's far out of the way. Which leaves Helgen and Falkreath. According to my map, Helgen has been decimated. Has been for some time. It's no longer a working settlement. Why would he go there unless he were passing through? I guess it's the flip of a septum, isn't it? I say we go Falkreath way. All right, now we've got the lake to our right, which again means that if there are going to be excursions up into the bush, it's going to be on the left-hand side of the road. It limits the number of areas that we have to search. This is helpful. But what am I even looking for? It's been 2 years gone. What I would be looking for is any path or track wide enough to drive a cart easily enough. At this point, I'm grasping at straws, but what is one to do? I'm starting from scratch. Which of course means that if the Morag Tong is pursuing him, they're starting from scratch also, and they know a lot less about him than I do. So here we go. Let's continue. That looks rather steep. I imagine it's worth checking. Let's quickly look. Oh, gods. There you go. That's obviously not it. I suppose the other thing I can check. So we're counting on your nose and my eyes. You are listening, right? You understand what we're doing here, right? All right. Glad to hear we're on the same page, you and I.
should be good.
What should be good?
Nobody here now. Is someone there?
What was that all about? Ah, the undead. Oh, do get up. I haven't the time for another necromancer. Foul business. This is frustrating. These rocks are too extreme to navigate with a cart. Come on. We're rapidly reaching the end of our range. Much further and a weekend expedition by wagon will be unattainable. Be forced to go back. Maybe check the other road. It was at this point that I discovered what could have been a cart track. Surely grown over, but could it be? It seemed negotiable, but it was more than that. This seems like a cold campsite. Very cold. Clearly others have camped here before. But what is around here to be researched? Makes no sense. I know, you don't see it either, do you? It was clear by Mr. Wax's demeanor that he was familiar with the area. It felt like I was close. I could feel it. And then the trees parted, and there it was. It had to be the adventure wagon, or what was left of it. It was clear that the wagon had met on, shall we say, hard times. But it had been here for some time. broken axle. Look at that. They had to take everything out. What's this? This is most definitely in my uncle's hand. Look at this. I'm sorry, you can't look at this. Can you even read? Probably not. Curtailing of Shadeling's power. My theory is not that his power is waning, but that there is some sort of interference blocking his ability to project power. It's as though he were a fish caught in a net. As the net is drawn from the water, his area to swim is increasingly restricted. Given the displays of power I have witnessed from Nestrin, it boggles the mind to consider the considerable might required to accomplish this. It seems like nothing short of godlike. I believe the heart of this mystery lies in the crystal we found at Highgate. I only wish it had not taken me 3 years of research to discover it. It projects power, a powerful aura of magic that is nearly identical in signature to that of Shadeling, but its radius is so restricted it is difficult to understand how it could reach all the way to Shriekwind, let alone dampen his power. I assume this is the gem or crystal in question. And what are these calculations? Shriekwind, Highgate, power net. What does that mean? Strange indeed. It confirms that Marl was here, Mr. Wack. Sniff around. See if you can catch his scent. How strong is your connection to him? Look through this stuff. See if there are any clues. Everything is empty. Flower. He was kitted out as though he was planning on being gone a long time. More than 2 days. Surely. It seems like there are things missing. What is this? Grave. I think if this were my uncle, you'd be dancing around, wouldn't you? But who is it? There are always more questions than there are answers. Are you sensing anything at all? Can you pick it up? Can you pick up the trail?
Yes, master.
All right. This is good news. I'm not sure what the nature of their connection is, but it seems strong here. Really not sure how long Mr. Wack was in my uncle's service. A very long time. And what is this mention of Nestrin? I was under the impression that Nestrin didn't make this expedition. Didn't come to Skyrim, that is. That Nestrin was dead. None of this makes sense. It's as if nothing in Skyrim conforms to my understanding of time prior to coming here. Tell you what, I'll stay at the ready.
You do the tracking, and I'll do the shooting if it's necessary. Where is he going? We have to be close. I believe we have to be at the furthest ranges of this wagon. I suspect he wasn't planning on coming back, that he was literally deserting. Another offering to the Spider Queen. To the road. So what would you have done? Gone on foot? Perhaps. That makes no sense. If the wagon is broken down, why not return home on foot? Why not return to Riverwood? Get help. It's not as if a broken axle is uncommon. And clearly the people of Riverwood have supplies related to wagons. What is this? Ah, now it makes sense. Of course. This is where he was headed, yes? Yes, this looks like exactly the sort of place my uncle would do research. What is that? Must be a reflection off the mountaintop. From what? Tell you what, friend, you stay here. I'm going inside. I'm going to check this out. Perhaps I will find my uncle's rotting body inside, and all of this adventure will be for naught. All right. It is the cult. They are here. Cascading bones of the ancients. Is it possible my uncle started dabbling in necromancy? Everywhere I have gone in pursuit of the man, there are these.
this place. It crawls with evil magic. Not that I mind if magic is evil. It's just the necromancy I find abhorrent. Reminds me of my father. Isn't that right, Father? Not sure why I talk to him, he never answers. However, it does bring some cold comfort to know that he's seeing me kill necromancers left and right. Even if I never do find my uncle. At least I will have proven something to him. Whose blood?
Stop struggling. I'll give you a swift and beautiful death. Your blood calls me. Something's not right.
More of them.
I'll give you a swift and beautiful death.
Perhaps my uncle came in here and met his end. That would be a fitting end to die on an expedition. However, it'd be a shame if I didn't get to kill him. That would make me sad.
You don't think you can escape me, do you?
A strange thing to say, but this place is alive with death. Ironic. They blend in with the rocks. This place is incredible. It sounds as if they're all around me at once. There. See it. I lose them in the light. This place is enormous. I can understand why my uncle would have been interested. But what is there to learn here? If not necromancy? It is annoying enough that I must chase down my uncle. To know that his Lorkhon particle theories are actually true, or at least partially true, that's absolutely annoying. I've been so angry with him for so long, I just wish for him to be wrong in every way. I must have to get through here. Question is how? Clearly not that way. I'm thinking better of that. Spear. Perhaps I should take up the spear like Mr. Whack. He could teach me a thing or two. This one. Oh, shit. Whew. Alright. You're ashamed to come to Skyrim only to be entombed. There's two more. Another. And still I hear them. There must be a considerable amount of power in this structure to animate this many skeletons. There, up above. I believe I've reached the summit. But of what? There. There is somebody with power in there. Or something. Oh, shit. We can draw them out.
Now you'll die.
Right. This entire place pulses with power. Normally, my ocular sight lets me see those who are filled with magical power in a purple aura. Everything here is violet. The very stones themselves are violet. It vibrates with power. Something here. What is this? It's a spell of some sort. When I used the spell, I discovered that it teleported me a short distance. I'm not sure what the range is on this, but it made me feel a bit sick every time I used it. Oh, it is powerful. Nearly too powerful for me. Feels like it's pulling at my atoms every time I cast it. And it appears the only way up here. Is it an invitation? Or something else? What is this? Who are you?
You wish to find Marlivor. We can help you, but you must work first.
Us? By the work, do you mean help a cult of necromancers and vampires? That's not going to happen. I live to destroy monsters like you.
It must happen. It is the only way you will find what you desire, Keenlit.
How? What do you know of my uncle?
He is hiding. We may help you find him.
How is it you can do that when no one else can?
We helped your uncle hide. We may also reveal him.
Why am I not surprised that my uncle is in league with a blood cult? He was always grasping for power. Perhaps I should kill you.
You are foolish. We have neutralized your darkness. So too will we cast aside your blades.
This is the space that is not a space, our house. You are inert. You must decide what you want. Very well. I will play your game. I wish to find my uncle, but first, I must know what happened to him. I must know that he is still alive. I found his wagon and a grave. Mortals desire visions of the past, thinking they will reveal hidden truth and unlock age-old mysteries. Even if this were possible, nothing is ever as it seems.
Well, this is a fine situation. How much longer is this going to take?
Fixing a broken wheel takes time. Have to empty the wagon for weight. This would go faster if you'd let me go to Riverwood and buy a new one.
You know we can't do that, Mr. Stacks. It's too risky. This cargo is too precious.
He hasn't been seen for weeks. If he were on to us, he would have struck a long time ago.
Must I remind you exactly how dangerous he is? Especially now, in his current condition.
Well, this will time. I must fashion a new axle from local pine. Not ideal, it is a soft wood. One day. I need to lift the wagon and mount the new axle and wheels. Half a day. I need to find serviceable grease. Without going to town, I can use bear fat, but it must be rendered. Hunting, skinning, rendering. 1.5 days. Reload the wagon, half day. Horse run off. Have to find it. 1 day, best case, if it's not dead.
We don't have 4 days, Mr. Stacks. Do you understand? We don't have 4 days to wait here for him to find us. I need to get this to Shadley. And he is so close. Can we build a sledge and pull it? There must be a faster way.
Possible. Crate, 200 pounds. Contents, 400 pounds. Rough weight, 420 pounds to drag on sledge with no wheels. Oh, God. Well, look who it is. I've questions for you, old man. Lots of fucking painful questions.
This is a misunderstanding. I don't know what you've been told, but...
Twist. Let's talk. What we got to talk about, Cyclops? This old fuck stole my life, and I'm gonna find out what he done with it. I can't let you do that. Fucking move. I got no quarrel with you, eh? Him. He's the one's gonna pay.
Enough of this.
Now why'd you have to go and do that?
What in oblivion?
I know, impressive, right? Invulnerable. Seems like a dream come true, done it? Eh? That is until you realise you can't touch another person or be touched. That everyone is terrified, that you're cursed to spend your days a fucking spectre because some old fucker decided to play God. Run.
So my uncle is alive. Yes, he lives, he hides, he waits.
Now you expect my help?
We expect nothing. You will do the work, or you will not.
What is this work?
There is a shroud over Aetherius. It limits our vision, as the horizon is obscured by clouds. To see Marlevor, the shroud must be pulled away. You have the power to do that.
How am I to do this?
We were not sure until you stepped into our house. The answer lies within your pocket. It is written on the research of Marlevor Keenlit.
I see little of value here.
It contains only a clue which must be queried by you. A theory that can only be tested by you. It presents an argument, a possible explanation for unfolding events. It is all contained within a simple equation.
Explain.
Long have we considered who is blocking our sight. Marlevor saw beyond the obvious to the what. He postulates that our vision is blocked by an apparatus, and within these calculations he attempts to divine the shape of things.
What do you mean, the shape of things?
There is no mortal who possesses the power to curtail our power without our reprisal. It is not possible. However, a number of individuals with power constructing an apparatus may amplify, control, and conceal their identity.
You keep saying apparatus. What does that mean?
A counter pattern. A powerful pattern in opposition to our own. It is clever and unexpected.
And you think that my uncle has unlocked the location of this apparatus?
He does not see the whole, but a piece of the construction. If proven correct, it is possible we may divine the shape of the construction. The more points that are revealed, the easier to discern the shape of things.
I believe I understand your theory, but...
Please, complete your thought.
What is your entanglement with my uncle?
You wish to know who we are to Marlevor. We were once apprentice, we were friend, we were love. Now, we are shaped.
Apprentice? Marl was never an apprentice to anyone. It's not his style.
We were his apprentice.
Nestrin? That's impossible. Nestrin died more than 100 years ago. My mother had letters.
Nestrin was unmade. Another rose from the ash. The shadow of the one who was Nestrin, reborn from the heart of the mountain. Shadeling.
I remember you.
You remember Nestrin. We liked you, although we did not see you often. You were young and talented, and curiosity. We were also curiosity. Marl was too busy to see who you were, but we saw. We could see what you held.
What I held?
Yes, the weight of the world. It is a cliché that mortals use. Still, you hold it.
You know nothing of me.
We suspect nobody does.
Enough. Just tell me where to start.
Very well. Highgate Ruin is the location indicated in Marlevor's research. You must go there and see what lies within. It lies beyond the outer boundaries of our sight.
Then how will I find it?
Beyond the northern road, on the eastern edges of the great bogs of Morthal, you will find
a mine. It is called Winstead. There you will find a man who knows the land. He will guide you.
Does this man have a name?
He is called Robard.
Robard Graves?
Yes. You have met. Interesting.
Unfortunately.
His power is potent, but unpredictable. It has made him a confounding person.
How am I to work with a man like that?
Observe. Listen. His sight is revealed in subtle ways that even he does not realize. Listen to his words. Analyze his actions as they give away his influences and premonitions. What mortals characterize as luck is but precognition in disguise. It is fascinating.
If we are to work together, I expect you to call off your dogs.
We have no dogs, although we have often desired the company of a dog.
I'm talking about your followers, the cultists.
They are not our followers. They are pretenders. They follow another.
But they emulate you. They follow your doctrine.
We have no doctrine.
The countryside crawls with them. They call themselves the Cult of Shade, and they kill in your name. There is stillness in the shade. That is not your doctrine.
Stillness in the shade. These are not our utterances. We have no doctrine. Doctrine is a chain of words used to enslave. We cannot call off dogs that are not our dogs.
You are just another in a long line of men to declare themselves gods and subjugate others in their own name. Is that it?
We are not a god. We are not a man. You are impertinent, and you will leave now. This portal will help you upon your path. You may leave our house.
Did I strike a nerve? Very well.
The entire experience was surreal. To think that possibly this creature that stood before me was once a Nistran. It had to be. The things that he knew, things only Nistran would know. But how? Why? And what was he now, and how much could I trust? If ever I had any doubts about his power, those doubts were squelched by the capper on my visit. I don't know if it was some kind of cosmic joke or what. But I found myself in a bit of hot water in a cold place. Shit. How the hell? I'm right back where I started. Okay. Let's be careful. Never considered myself to be a person scared of heights, but this is a bit much. Okay. And the ice. Gods. Somehow I must find my way to the swamps of Morthal. Can't say that I've ever been there. Oh, it absolutely turns my stomach. Narrowly hit that one. All right. Robot graves. Why? I think I'm beginning to understand. Perhaps why Robot was so cagey with me. Some of the things he said are beginning to make sense now. What's this? There's more. I think not. Spider Queen. I have created a mess for myself, I confess. I came here seeking to kill my uncle. Seemed simple. And I have bitten off way more than I can chew here. I need guidance of some sort. This doesn't seem like a path I can change. All right, we must go west. That is all I know at the moment. West, west. Obviously, Mr. Whack is on his own. I would have liked to have his nose on this trip. Now I'm stuck, doing the bidding of a powerful being in exchange for what I want. And yet there is no guarantee I should get it in the end anyway. All the while, I'm sure, being hunted by the Morag Tong of all organizations. Seems like a bad situation. So he said a mine on the eastern edge of the bog, right? And the North Road. First I must find the North Road. First I must get out of this weather. Is it a bear? No, it's a mammoth. Perhaps we can let him take care of this. As annoying as the little runt could be at times, there was something comforting about having him around. This creature's agitated. Oh. I suspect Nestrin or Shadling or whoever he is, whatever he is, has given me but a little taste of his power. Take your kill and move on. I think I shall lock up here. Let us lock up for the night, shall we? I think that's what we shall do. Would be absolutely best if it didn't happen during playtesting. In fact, I would prefer if it happened during a live show. I mean, that would be the best case scenario after all. Yes. It makes one wonder, why does one even do playtesting? Why not just run about willy-nilly, just doing things randomly? That seems to work just as well. So perhaps I'll go that route next time. Forget about all this preparation and flim-flam. It's all a waste of time. I should simply just do things off the cuff. Yes, absolutely. Actually, I do things off the cuff. But what I would prefer is if I switched from role-playing the game Skyrim to role-playing the game Task Manager. Ooh, that sounds like fun. What would be my motivation in Task Manager? To free up memory. To free up resources. To track CPU utilization. Things of that nature. Stuff that we all love immensely. Oh, this is fun. Look at this. This will be great. I am now eating my microphone. Eating it. Losing out on experience points. That would be a fun game. Losing out on experience points. Oh, sure. Excellent. Well, we're not doing that again. I think that perhaps I'll advance the story to where I left off, and then I'll go back and play through that for the experience. Wouldn't that be nice? All right. Well, doesn't that just suck hind tit? How about we'll go here, Nightgate, and we'll retcon all that bullshit. What you say? These are the joys of doing it live. I chose to live this life. I could have lived another life, but I chose this one. I could have done it differently. I could have said, oh, I'll record it. I'll get an enormous hard drive, and I'll just record it, and I'll spend endless hours tweaking and so forth. Such. But I didn't do that, did I? I decided to do it live. Oh, the regret.
Hey, Hadrick, tell your tavern wench to fetch us some more ale.
Hey, Hadring, tell your dog to do his business outside.
Hello there, traveler. Come to the Nightgate for food or lodging?
I'd like a fucking room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
For a day.
I'll show you to your room.
I prefer it for a night.
This way.
All right. Let's make all the obligatory adjustments.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
All that fun stuff that normally I do off camera. Let's open the kimono, shall we? Good and open. Let's get our giblets in the wind. All right. Oh, friends. Why do I bother? Sometimes I wonder. Between the crackling and all that stuff, you know, hours of preparation, hours of play testing, even sound quality checks ahead of time, none of it really matters. So from now on, I'm not going to do any of that stuff. What happens, happens. All right. So, regrouping a bit here, we found the northern road, and we know the direction that we have to follow it. We do have a map that we obtained from Robard. Question is, how accurate is that map? How easily can we follow it? I think the description that Shadling gave him, the directions, were probably good enough. I mean, sooner or later, he's going to recognize when he is
near the swamp, so that shouldn't be too hard from a roleplay perspective. I mean, I can literally do anything I want. The more angry Castian gets, the more he sounds like Cassius. All right. Road signs, Dawn Star, Morthal. Well, this is promising. This road also has the promise of danger. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. I got you. Ooh, nice roll. Could do that too.
I'll kill you if I have to.
You're going to have to.
It will be so much easier to rob today.
It's unfortunate for you bastards that you ran into me on the road, especially today, of all days. It is unfortunate for you. Did you know I used to work for the Morag Tong? Yes. You know what they called me then? You know what they called me in the ranks of the Morag Tong? They called me the task manager. That's right. People's lives would be snuffed out. And they would say, there would be whispers in the dark alleys of blacklight. The task manager's been here. You can see his handiwork. Everywhere he goes, people are cancelled. Oh, those were bloody days. But then I moved on to the Bartong. Are any of you even the least bit familiar with what the Bartong is? This looks bad. A special branch of the Morag Tong that specializes in killing mages. In order to enter the ranks of the Bartong, you must first be a very serviceable assassin. Of course, you go through all the same training as all the other assassins do. That's how it works. But then, you enter the ranks of the Bartong. Of course, before you can do that, you must pass a bar exam. Yes, I love that joke. That's a bit of an inside joke among Bartong. Probably didn't know that, did you? Of course not. So you're not a member.
believe we've pissed off an entire fort full of bandits. Par for the course, I'd say. I remember studying endless hours for my bar exam. Endless hours in the library. He is going to skin me alive.
You think you stand a chance?
All right, we must move out. It's getting too hot here. There's a mage down. Another one down.
Just a scratch. Do your worst.
Okay. Whew. I definitely think we did the right thing by doing that enchanting. Our magicka regen saved our ass right there. If I hadn't been able to ignite magicka as fast as I did there, that we would have had some serious trouble. Okay, now I could leave well enough alone, or I could be really pissy and go back in. We have a mission. We're moving on. Still pissed. Oh, it's fun, you guys. Come on. You know me. I'm a diva sometimes, but geez. I can handle things in stride. I'd be a pretty crappy improv person if I couldn't. So I just think it's sort of hilarious sometimes how things work out, you know? It really doesn't matter how much prep I do. I mean, the cutscenes, yeah. I mean, the cutscenes always, you know, I'm knock on wood. Those I do more like, you know, a traditional old school CouchWarrior episode, right? But they're pretty, you know, they're pretty self-contained. Small things, usually they're not more than 15 minutes long. This one was a long one. But oh shit.
Can't wait to count out your coins.
Trying to end this little game.
I'll carve you into pieces.
Ah, there we go. We have some help.
Victory is yours. Submit. That's all you've got. True Nords never back.
No sign of him.
I am assuming
that no sign of him is some kind of Nord phrase, meaning they are now dead. Because they say it often. That is my theory. Let's see if we can see the bog from here. Well, we have to get into the lowlands for there to be a swamp anyway. Hello. Hey, you guys, guess what? If you are interested in asking me any questions at all about how I produce this, successfully or unsuccessfully, as it were, there's going to be a community talk tomorrow on Balefish's channel around 1 p.m. Central Time. I'll be on for a couple of hours. It'll be sort of like an AMA. Ask me anything you want. I will answer it as long as it's not a story spoiler. And we're just going to talk roleplay, mods, have a chat. I want to thank Balefish for doing these with the community. It's pretty great. EJ did one a while back. I listened to that the other day, and it was fantastic. Fun to listen to. Really good. So if you feel like it, join us all tomorrow afternoon. I'll be on from probably 1 to 3, but I'm sure that things will go on longer than that if you want to hang around. And Balefish always, you know, puts some kind of cool little Easter eggs in there. He talks about mods, things he's working on, all kinds of stuff. So there's usually a lot of fun and interesting content to be had. And he's producing a lot of other things, live streams, mods, all kinds of good stuff. So if you're interested in the Character Crusade community, check that out. I would love to chat with you all. All right, so open invitation. You can check out his channel. If you go to CouchWarriorTV, you will see his channel linked on my channel main page. It is on the right-hand side, kind of down at the bottom there. You also will see EJ's channel and a whole bunch of other channels from creators that I love. When I finally arrived at the mine, it was somewhat incredible to think that anyone would live here. The mine was clearly half constructed, hadn't even been nearly finished. It wasn't operational, there was no staff. In fact, it was quite run down. Why would he be here? A man like Mr. Graves seems, I don't know, like a man who would pursue the worldly pleasures. What pleasures are to be had out here in a swamp, with no one around? I seem to remember in my uncle's letters hearing of a mine such as this. I don't remember if it was called Winstead or not, but it seemed like a bustling community. This is nothing of the sort. And there he is. Well, look what the cat dragged in. To what do I owe the pleasure? I thought I was through with you, Keenlets. Now here you are. I was told that you could help me find a place called Highgate Ruin. Highgate Ruin? What do you want to go there for? That place is just a dump. Ain't nothing going on there. Well, according to Shadling, there is something going on there. Now, wait a minute. You talked to Shadling? Really? Old Mr. Creepy, he say anything about me? Not exactly. He told me where you were. Typical. He never says nothing about me. That I know of, or that I care to know of, frankly. Well, could you help me, or what? Listen, I'll help you. However, we do have an arrangement still, do we not? You're still looking for your uncle, I assume. He ain't dead yet, right? No, he is not dead. I haven't found him yet. And this little errand you're doing for Mr. Creepy, that's part of that, right? Well, sort of. Let me guess. He's going to have you jump through some hoops, you're going to do a bunch of shit for him, and then he's somehow going to magically tell you where your uncle is. Is that right? Well, it sounds bad when you put it like that, but yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Well, come on. So you'll take me? Well, of course I'll take you. So how far is it? Oh, it's just up the Smallbus Spell, up the bank there. Not a big deal. Oh, you're going to leave right now, huh? I thought maybe we could sit around and drink for a bit first. Listen, I don't have time to drink. I have things to do. Oh, that's right. You gotta run errands for Mr. Creepy. All right. If you haven't seen him, why do you call him Mr. Creepy? I didn't say I hadn't seen him. Seen him quite a few times. He just goes out of his way to try to be all mysterious and such. I don't know. I don't really go in for that. All that mysterious shit, I mean. You got this one, kid? Oh, there you go. Sometimes you gotta stand up to hear what you're aiming at, boy. Can't be all crouching down all the time. Sometimes you gotta shoot over stuff. I know how to shoot a bow, all right? And you don't have to tell me anything about stealth. All right, all right. I'm not trying to tweak your nerves or nothing like that. So why exactly he got you going to this godforsaken ruin, anyway? I can't exactly say. What do you mean, can't say? Like you ain't gonna say? Or like you don't know? Well, more like I don't know. Oh, I see. So you're going out here, not sure what you're even looking for. That makes a lot of sense. Let me guess, he told you something mysterious, like there's something in there you gotta find, or there's some power there that he wants, or some shit like that, right? It wasn't like that. Oh, really? Now, how was it? Never mind. Now listen. Must I? No, you don't have to listen. I'm just saying, if ever there was a time when you wanted to go all stealth-like, this is probably a place to do it. Fine. Undead. The necromancers in here too? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd consider Draugr to be undead per se.
Well, then what would you consider them to be? Yeah, that was a good shot. Right in the center mass. Right. I don't know. Draugrs more like folks who got caught up in a mess they shouldn't have. What does that even mean? Well, it means that these is probably folks who was dumber than a box of rocks. They got drawn into something, turned into these things. I don't think they was dead when it started, though. That's what I'm saying. You mean to say they went from living to this? So to speak. That's what I think happened. I don't know. I'm no kind of law wonk or nothing like that, but... Yeah, another good one. I have read a few things in my life, kid. I find that hard to believe. Now, why in Oblivion is that so hard to believe that Robot would do any reading? You don't seem like, the intellectual type. Oh, now you're just being mean. I read all the time. Doesn't mean I ain't partial to things with pictures. Of course, everybody likes pictures. Listen, I once found this copy of the Lusty Argonian Maid. It was like some kind of folio, right? It had full of sketches. Are we talking about this right now? I got this. Are you going to go through all these? You know, some of these people could have been my ancestors. Just kidding you. I don't give a shit. Do what you like, kid. I got all day. What do you mean you have all day, anyway? It's not like you were sitting around waiting for me to show up. Oh, of course not. I had no idea you were coming. Wait, did you? No. I didn't know you was coming at all. Not sure I believe you. I wouldn't believe a word I say. You're advising me not to believe you. Not if you know what's good for you. Believe me, there ain't nothing about Robot that's good for you. Yeah. Oh, this is good times. I really don't understand your theory about how these are not undead. All right, listen, take a sniff. You smell anything smells rotten? No, you don't. What you're smelling is musty. It's not as if they're fresh. They're like mummified, right? Obviously, they've been mummified. Oh, that's possible. I don't know. I really don't know much about the Nord people, you understand? I thought you were Nord. Allegedly? What do you mean, allegedly? I don't know. The old bat who says she's my mom, she claims to be a Nord. But who really knows? Maybe she's lying to old Robot about his paternity. Seriously? You never know. From what I hear, my mother she was quite the trollop back in the day. Maybe we should stop talking for a while. All right. You just let me know when you want to resume the sparkling repartee. I'm all over that. I thought you might take him. Oh no, you got it. Doesn't make no sense for me to go charging in there with my axe if you got a ranged weapon out here and you're so damn efficient. What is that you're doing? You draining their power or something like that? Like sucking up their souls or something? Something fancy? No, I'm not sucking up their souls. You really are juvenile, aren't you? I've heard that said. Okay, so let's speculate a bit, shall we? What are we gonna find in here? What do you suppose? Listen, I don't know what we're going to find in here. We're not actually coming here at the behest of Shadling, but based on Malivor's research. Is that right? Well, now I'm even less likely to think we're gonna find something useful here. And why is that exactly? Oh, you know, Mal, he was a bit eccentric. He liked weird stuff. Stuff no one else would value. You know the type. No, I don't. What type is that? Never mind. No, seriously. I'm interested in your theories. They're fascinating. I'm just saying he's the sort of guy who would, I don't know, turn down a freebie from a whore. You know what I mean? Really? Really? Watch out for traps. I'll take that under advisement. See that you do. I don't want to get slapped in the face because you stepped on something stupid. Ah, look at this. I really don't understand my ancestors' obsession with whales and eagles and foxes and shit. I suspect you don't care about anything. Oh, that's not true. Robot cares about a lot of things. I suppose money, women, drink. Sure, that's a good start. Why stop there? All right, how do you suppose this works? You want me to put it together for you? You got 4 levers, each of which has a corresponding animal on it. Listen. The Nord peoples from that era, they were not exactly geniuses, alright? Alright. There you go, reading left to right. Look at that, they even put them in order for you. Make it easy. As if it weren't easy enough, huh? You are a close talker. I am only a close talker when my companions smell good. And you smell good, my friend. You wearing something? No, I am not wearing something. You know, one of those guys who goes in for fragrances in, huh? I am not. How about we're quiet now? Of course, of course. I mean, you want me to leave, I'll leave. No, I don't want you to leave. There may be a specific reason you need to be here. You mean other than knowing where this dump is? Yes. All right. You just say the word and I will skedaddle. I am about to say the word. You ain't gonna drink that, are you? You understand how long that may have been here? All right. Now, this is what they call in the history books the circular room. This is where we build a room that's in a circle and we put a fire in the middle. We tended to do that a lot. As a people, you know? It was some kind of symbol of power or shit like that. I don't think it was. I think it was just a circular room. Oh, don't worry, I got this. Yeah, I like to give them a shot. Make them feel like they're doing well. I suspect they don't get a lot of action, you know? It's been hundreds of years for some of these fellas. Man, can you imagine that? Imagine what? I don't know. Being that old, not having dipped your wick for like 1,000 years. You ain't gonna shoot me, are you? No, I'm not shooting you. Much obliged. Now that was unfair. Watch this. Oh! Shit. He thought he was going to get away. No, no one takes a cheap shot at old robot. He gets away with it. I don't think that was a cheap shot. I think he simply made better weapon selection than you did. All right, all right. Color me schooled, my friend. You have taught me a hard lesson. Now, you ain't gonna step on that, right? I don't plan to. Ooh, that's a fine sword. Magnificent even. Right. Who's a brain trust that invented this trap? All for 12 gold pieces, and what is this? A spittoon, apparently. Hey, look at this fella. Oh, I got you. Don't worry. Thank you. Of course. No point in getting killed down here. I can think of much more pleasant ways to die than this. Ooh, now we're getting... You sure you don't want me to take this? I don't need you to take it. Well, that's quite a haul. Certainly worth the effort. Got yourself a teacup. Some nasty linen wraps. Whew. You seem stressed out, my friend. I think you need to relax. You know, if you like, we don't need to continue. We could stop right here, have a little cordial or something like that before we continue, if it would relax your nerves and all. I don't think I need a cordial in a barrow. This is a mausoleum. You understand that, right? Oh, of course. Doesn't mean you can't drink. That would just be stupid. Psst. Do not step on the round ones. I gathered that. Now, see this big door here? Yes, I see the big door. Usually a big door in a place like this signifies something real bad. Or a pile of rocks. Just depends. You won't be insulted if I don't follow any of your advice? Oh, no. Never insulted. Now, look at this. It's another one of these very powerful half-circle rooms. If I was a betting man, I'd say the other half circle's on the other side. Get it? Full circle. One way or another, we're getting you in a circle, boy. Oh, whoa, he's got some bad breath. There we go. Now that was impressive. You know, since the day we first met, I've been wondering how you're going to handle those blades. Now I know. Not bad. I am duly impressed. I'm glad I could impress you. How is that for fucking weapon selection? It's fine. See, I'm fine. I don't need your advice on weapon selection. I just do what comes natural like. I am sure you do. Are you a collector of some sort? Maybe an archaeologist or something like that? I mean, is that kind of shit running the Keenlit family or something? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh, look at this. It's another one of them big doors. Listen. I listened to your advice on the last big door, and it was nothing but a pile of rocks. All right. You do what you like. Although there is something on the other side of this. Something like what? Not sure. It looks humanoid, but it's reclining. Well, I'm sure I don't know what that is. Gotta say, your powers are not so useful, are they? I mean, in this situation, specifically. I mean, if your powers are all about telling us if we're fighting people who's standing up or sitting down, sure. But I don't see what good that does us. Oh, hey. There we go. That's a dragon priest right there. A dragon priest? What is that? It's one of them. Well, I see it. Fire at it. Oh no, I'll take this. Why don't you make a run for it? You go do what you gotta do. No worries, kid, I got this. You do what you gotta do. Do what Shadling or whatever told you to do. That reminds me. Robot. Just give me a second. I dropped something over here. I could use some help. I'm pinned in here. Well, I got some issues right now. You're gonna need to handle this now. He's looking at me. Quick, jump him. He can't hear what we're saying. He can't even understand. He speaks some kind of ancient fucking language. Just get in there. I don't want to get close. Are you serious? Get in there. He'll never know you're coming. I think he already does know I'm coming. See that? He's running. That's because he's tapped out, boy. He's drawing power from something. You gotta get on his ass before he does anything crazy. Like some kind of fucking artillery in there. Are you okay? Are you all right? Oh, shit. Now he is doing us bad. Are you gonna deal with him or what? He's a bit hard to deal with, if you haven't noticed. Now mind yourself. You got him on the ropes, kid. Oh, that's too bad. You almost made it. Now, I'm assuming that we're standing here right now because your friend Shaidlin stepped in. He's not my friend. Well, you should be so fortunate to call someone like him a friend. I told you he's not a friend. Now, are you going to help me this time or what? All right. You let it rip, and I'll be right behind you. You got him on the ropes now, kid. You got him on the ropes. Get it done. See, I have some resist fire. I can do that. Maybe some resist magic. Even with all of my magic resistance, he's eating me alive. Now there you go, you done it. Now just give me a minute to catch my breath. Too much strong drink. I gotta lay off the hard stuff. Are you all right? Oh, I'm fine. I got my licks in. Now, what's this all about here? Doesn't look like nothing Nord to me. This looks like what was in my uncle's research. He called it a crystal or a gem or something. All right, well, now what do we do? I don't exactly know. We found it. Do I simply report it back to Shaidlin? I don't know. Mr. Creepy's got something in mind. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're supposed to do something. He's specifically looking at you, right? Right. What do you mean looking at me? Listen, kid. I may be an asshole, but we all know you're here for a reason. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is a reason. Not sure I understand what you're getting at. Maybe the point of you being here is to take care of this problem, to save some people. Save people? Sound like you actually give a shit. Oh, don't get me wrong, I don't give a shit about nothing. I'm just saying. Listen, maybe it's a prophecy of some sort. You're talking to me about prophecy now? Well. Look, there's a collection of us. We used to call ourselves Dragonborn Covenant, some bullshit like that. None of us have the kind of power you do. In fact, you seem to be the antithesis of most of what we could do. Maybe there's some significance to that. That's all I'm saying. All right. What is it exactly you want me to do? I don't know. Try your power on it. You may want to stand back. Well, that shit didn't do nothing. Let me try something else. I'm going to try to overload it. Perhaps I can overload it, right? Whoa! Oh, you did it, kid! You alright? Yes, I'm fine. You feel that? It's like a little bit of a weight lifted. I don't feel anything. Well, welcome to my world. What is this? What does that mean? I don't know. Gotta go back and talk to Mr. Creepy about that. I have a feeling he's gonna have all the answers you're looking for, and then some. Probably some answers you don't want. That's kind of how he rolls. Hey, sure you don't want that rusty jug? No, I don't want the rusty jug. You know, that reminds me, back in Cyrodiil, I used to go to this whorehouse called the Rusty Jugs. It looked kind of lowbrow, but I'm telling you, they knew stuff in there but anywhere else. Got so I was there every night. Most afternoons, some days too. Remind me. Next time you and I got a spare moment, I'll regale you with my tales from the Rusty Jugs. That will be fine. I don't require that. What's this? I don't know. Looks as though it's a sealed scroll. Look, kid, I'm just giving you a hard time. I hadn't noticed. Fact is, you're here for a reason. Nothing here in God's damn Skyrim happens without a fucking reason. So, you must have one. We just gotta find out what it is. What is this? Well, now, look at that. Maybe we do have more in common than I realized. I think our work here is done. Probably time for you to go back and talk to Shaitlin at some point, I imagine. But for now, I think you have earned a well-deserved break. In fact, so have I. I recommend we go back to the mine and consume large quantities of alcohol and regale each other with tales of yore. So you're suggesting that we should hang out together? Of course. Listen, it's been a long day, I imagine. Full of all kinds of surprises for you, right? Am I right? Yes, I think that's a fair characterization. Now, I imagine you're also a little bit disappointed finding out that you got a whole bunch of hoops to jump through before you find your uncle and put a knife in him. That's gotta be depressing for anybody. I got some stuff back at the, well, what was once of mine that you might really enjoy. Take a load off. Relax a bit. All right, Graves. I'll take you up on that. With him, it's a bit of a war of attrition. I'm tired of saying no, so I say yes. Gods.
Think you're doing the right thing, kid. Think you're doing the right thing. Everybody's got to take a break now and again. I think it's time for yours, don't you think? Making all the right decisions is damn exhausting. RK's balls, you must have made about 1,000 today. So, take a load off. See you in a couple weeks.